I'm here with Nick the Schanbaum. He's one of the co-founders and leaders of a relatively young startup, Durango Turnkey Services, based out of Dallas. Nick, good to see you.
Nate, it's great to see you too, man.
And I want to start off with this. Can you overview quick Durango Turnkey Services, where you guys are working out of, and really the big problem we're trying to solve?
Durango is a tech-enabled make-ready company servicing multifamily assets. We started this company to fill what we think is the biggest problem in multifamily, which is getting people in the units to pay rent. And you would be shocked at the number of vacant, not ready units that large portfolios, some of the largest in the country, have. And they're excited to see us bring the solution to market. They want heads and beds paying rent. We clean the units and get them rentable for those payers.
There could be a tagline in there, heads and beds paying rent. But I want to talk a little bit about your background, because you've worked in a few industries that people might think of as boring: parking, leak detection. Do you think of turnkey services, make-ready services, as boring, or do you see this as exciting but the room to innovate?
I think it is interesting. It is new every day. So we could have 15 turns in a week, and they might all be different. Some of them are just going to be easy, clean, and flip. Some of them are going to be a $4,000 light renovation, and we never know until we get in there. The most interesting thing about it is that it keeps us on our toes and allows us to provide value to the properties, solving the difficult problem of doing a repeatable thing in a unique and different way.
And so, of course, here we are at Blueprint, where we'll be talking about real estate and technology for the next 3 days straight. Where is the room to innovate, leverage, and technology when we think about make-ready?
One of the most interesting things we're bringing to the table is that we do the work. There is a lot of great Proptech companies out there that are digitizing the make-ready board, which certainly is an improvement, but that is not the point of friction that property management groups need to solve. They need somebody to come in there consistently to do the work. And given the amount of turnover in property management, given the inconsistent and flighty nature of vendors, they're clamoring for somebody to just show up regularly and paint the unit. And so with Durango, instead of having 5 vendors for one unit, you have one vendor for one unit with one invoice and one throat to choke if things go wrong. And so we're there establishing one relationship with one property management team in order to provide one service for one unit lots of times. And so it's an exciting problem to think about. If you view it, brick by brick, it's a small thing, but bricks end up building a house or building a bridge or building something even larger. And it's exciting to build something like that.
Yeah, and of course, you guys have hit the ground running, only up and running for the last few months, 7 full-time employees, multiple part-timers, contractors, and seeing compounding growth month over month. What's been driving that growth success?
I think probably the most fundamental reason why we've been successful is that we're leveraging the existing relationships that we've built up over time. You mentioned earlier stops that I had on my Proptech journey, but I've been working in multifamily tech-enabled services now for the last 3 or 4 years, and those folks welcomed the conversation about getting units ready. We have a wait list because we have too much demand. We want to be able to service it really well. That's our secret sauce, is nailing the turns. And we have done this without a marketing once year. We can't all have Nate Smoyer on staff. So we had to just do this by explaining how we're going to solve this problem and saying, we get your pain. We know that it is hard to focus on turning units when you've got residents who need your assistance, things that are breaking, not enough staff, not enough time. And so we show up and we say, we'll take that for you. And we help flip units for you.
All right, for those who want to get in touch with you or learn more about Durango Turnkey Services, where do they go? How do they do that?
Well, you can find me on most social medias, not TikTok. I'm old, but I think I'll get there soon. But Nick at DurangoTKS.com would be the best way to get a hold of us. That's my email, and I will respond as soon as I can.
Thank you. Appreciate it very much.
Absolutely, Nate. This is great. Thanks.